Hi, welcome back to the Journey In. This is Susan Frank Anderson inviting you into the inner room. Saved a seat for you. Remember, we're looking into the inner rooms of our inner being. Now, I've been sitting here thinking, how can I continue? I wanted to make 3 videos on love, maybe more, because it's such a big, important part of our inner rooms within ourselves. And I thought, how am I going to convey the idea of how important it is to be able to connect with your inner self in order to be able to love well and get the love you want in your life, in all your relationships, whether that's with, your family, your friends, or with an intimate partner. And I said, well, let's see. I left this on my plate. It says, at the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. So that's Plato. The touch of love. I thought, well, that's interesting. Plato, he's like way long time ago, so he was talking about love. Of course, through the ages, everybody talks about love. Love is all we need. But does anybody really understand love? Do they know? Who is love? What is love? When do you experience love? How does love happen? Well, obviously, it's going to be personal to everybody. And that's why you're going to need to have a sense of your true identity, who you are, how you give and receive love. And it's not going to be the same as everybody else, and it doesn't need to be. In my book, Murture, I talk about all the past that's influenced you. And there's a lot of books written about this. For example, one of my favorites, Heart Wounds, How Your Heart Has Been Hurt. This is T.N. Dayton. She's one of my favorite authors about trauma and childhood and what happens to kids when their heart gets broken. And then how they mature into an adult but still got that broken heart inside. Look at all these shattered pieces. All the pieces of times that happen to you. And while you may not think that's important, it's very important. And if you never adventure inward, if you never take the journey in to really do some deep knowing, Shakespeare, know thyself. If you don't really figure some of that out with yourself and your higher power. So again, the higher power, remember last time I talked about, that's where love comes from. That is the source. God is the author of love, and God invented love, and therefore love is in everything because that's the creation. It comes from source. So when you're thinking about love and how can I love myself well? Well, last time I talked about malignant love. Those are people who do not love themselves well and they're trying to get it from other people or things. Remember, they've got the mask on. They're hiding from love because they're looking for it out there. And that way, the external commands, it's life coming at them. Give me love, give me love. Let me have this. What's love? Let me buy that. Let me get that. Oh, you can feed me my love. Find somebody that will wait on you, cater to the way you want to be loved. That is not well living. That's going to be very unhealthy, and it's going to be very hard on your heart and anybody else you come in contact with. So in the inner room is our true self and the essence of love. How we were made, how we were wired. How we're wired, that's our inner essence. Remember last time I even showed a book about Wired for Intimacy. We're made for intimacy in our inner being. So when we connect with this true self in us, we get our essence. Essence, think like fragrance. It's who we are. It's how we relate to others. And our authentic essence is what we need. You can't fake love. You can make love, but you can't fake love. So people know when you're being fake and when you're being manipulative or things like that. So you want to have your genuine true self on board, honest, authentically, and that's the kind of people you're going to attract towards you. Those are the kind of relationships, going to be healthy, and it's going to be sourced from your higher power that is already in you and the essence of love that's in other people. You're going to connect with that, and it's going to be mature. It's not going to be trying to give to get love, or it's not going to be any of that crazy stuff. It's going to be just genuinely heartfelt, heart to heart. Will it be that way all the time? Well, no, because we have things, our boundaries, we protect ourselves, we know where we end and others begin. So we're not always going to be open, but for the most part, when you're connected, You're going to let people see into you, and you want to share who you are, and you want to get to know them from their authentic self. That cannot be done when you're hiding behind those masks and you've never explored your inner rooms to find out how really amazing you are in there. So when I wrote Murture, I wanted to include a lot of how the real self, the authentic true self, our essence, connects with how we're created, because that's how God wants us operating in all of our life. Then everything relates inside out. We're always dreaming and drawing things to us that we would really enjoy. So there's joy in life, and even though there's going to be pain, because there always is, it's not really from those old heart wounds or the pain of the past that's still all stuck inside of you and you never cleared it out, like garbage in, garbage out. Once the garbage is out, you can mature and be nurtured by your true love and the love of God. And that gets you into deeper relationship with yourself, God, and others as it was designed to be. So stop back again. We'll do a little bit more talk about that concept and how to really explore that inner room through the essence of love. Thanks a lot for your attention, for coming by. Enjoyed your visit. Bye-bye now.